wake up. I'll pretend there's some intro music, right? I was going to ask you, this is kind of going back to the medical questions.
Okay.
Something I learned. I did not know. How many knees do boys have?
2, 3. Why is that?
The left knee, the right knee, and their wee knee.
Oh my goodness. You're a total dad.
I got dad jokes. Hey, welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
To an official second 1.5 series.
Glad to be here.
Of the what's my name again?
Bink.
I know the Bink Energy. Bink Energy. Do that in post.
We need to come up with a jingle.
Yeah.
Totally.
I really, really desperately wanted to use the Donahue theme. A lot of saxophone, which is kind of sad. Doesn't exist anymore.
Sax.
Yeah,
totally. It needs saxophone.
It needs saxophone.
Yes.
I mean, and like, like the silhouette pictures of like the freeze frames, like, it's like,
oh man, I can picture it already. Yeah.
Right?
You can hire me for the jingle. I will totally do it.
Will you?
Yes.
We'll discuss prices later. We'll raid the kids' piggy bank. So anyways, I was going to, you and I have known each other for some time now.
Yeah.
Played a couple of years. I forget how many years Facebook said it was. Usually it's bang on.
I canceled my Facebook account a couple of years ago.
I'm just using the free version. So yeah. It's getting too pricey.
Realize was it free version?
Need to know that.
So I'm a total fool.
So
I've been paying.
That wasn't Facebook. I'll leave that alone. But it's just
that was Adult Feet Finder.
Adult Feet Finder. Do you recognize these?
These
Yeah.
PCs.
Yeah. Thanks for the laptop, buddy. Now, for those who don't know, do you remember how we met?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bits and pieces. It was a little.
Okay, you're probably remembering the same time then too. Yeah. No, that's bang on.
Metallica shirt.
Yep.
And it was quite a big party.
It was a harvest party. I believe. Yeah. Didn't know the people?
No, I didn't know anybody either.
No.
I think I went with one person
Well,
I knew from school. And I was kind of new to the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you came from
Norwich.
Norwich.
Lived in Tilsonburg,
Right. Yeah.
most of my life, but went away kind of after middle school.
Yeah.
And came back for high school. I think.
Yeah.
10. It was.
Yeah, because
I was in grade 9 though at the time.
Yeah, because I think we would have been 16. I think we met.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah. Because my December birthday, I was kind of same age as you guys.
That's right. Yeah, because it was. But there's a harvest party down in Walsingham, I think.
I don't even remember.
No, I remember Ricky drove us down there. Me and Nick's car, Nick McClung, and Ricky was driving and just abused his car on the way down there. It was awesome. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, like got stuck in the cornfield. We didn't know what a harvest party was, so we started a harvest. But thankfully knew a handful of people when we got there, and I remember I just wandering around. Same thing. I got whatever I was drinking at the time, and just wandering around to see random people that you might know, and it's like I remember just staring at this kiln burning. Remember that?
Yes. Big fire.
People throwing whiskey bottles in it, whatever. And I just remember seeing you had a Metallica shirt on. So I'm sure in my my beautiful conversational stays. Hey, you like Metallica too?
Yeah, I think it was something along that line.
I like.
You like Metallica?
You like? No way.
And I was like, I like Metallica. Do you like Metallica?
Yeah. And then
do you play in a band? Do you play guitar? Like it was just kind of went like.
Yeah, just like.
Yeah. We're like,
dude.
Yeah.
The next morning we were going like, where's my car? What's my tattoo say? So it was, but that's where it was. And I found out you played a bunch of Metallica, though I don't think it was long after that you invited me over and you were like learning how to record stuff when you'd done the whole Sad But True solos. And I think My Friend Misery. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
And then I think we just started kind of jamming around after that.
Oh, yeah. We hit it off right away.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And it was, I don't know. that was a lot of fun time. Just I don't know, it was just playing music and just being goofy as all get out.
That's why I could go back, man. It was
the
best time of my life.
It was fun. I remember, just because it's coming to my mind right now, I just remember one day at my house, I had a video camera that I don't know what I was doing with the video camera, but I'd had it plugged into the TV and left it out, and I'm like, you came over, we're going out somewhere, and I'm like, I just got to go shower first. And you're like, okay. And like the next day, I go to play with this video camera, and I find that you sat there and recorded yourself, like just doing silly impressions for like 20 minutes while I was in the.
Yeah, this was way back when. What's that movie? The handheld camera video.
Blair Witch. Yeah.
Just getting around that time, right?
Yeah.
And you went off and did something. I'm like, I'm just gonna hit record it, but it just be a complete idiot
for no purpose, right?
No reason at all. And I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, he's gonna look at this like maybe years later. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna see it right away.
Oh, because he didn't say a word the rest of the night, and then just the next day, I was messing with. What the hell is this? It was phenomenal. It was.
And that's when Sylvester was.
Sylvester and Dizzy. Was Dizzy one of them? Right? That was fun. But I don't know.
Get into that right
now. No, we won't.
It's not PC.
Dizzy. I don't know. Like from a music standpoint, I think we always weirdly agreed on music, anyways. Like for the most part, like I think introducing each other to quite a lot of stuff, and Metallica was obviously that bond.
Yep.
And it was then just going from there. It was, I don't know, trying to record stuff and
we're just goofing around, really, and just getting tighter. Music.
Yeah,
it was just for fun.
It was. There was no purpose to it at the time other than just hanging out, and of course, what comes along with that is parties and girls. Yeah, just I was waiting for marriage, but yeah, there's some girls around. It's just. But, and then eventually, because we had some past bandmates, and I remember, hooking up and doing some shows with some of the boys there as well.
Yeah, you were in Scattered at the time, yeah.
Yeah, because then I found those files not long ago.
Nice.
And I don't know if I can patch them in right now, but maybe on another episode.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we could recreate those memories.
Let's re-record them.
I think we should.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. You think you can find that, get your back into a beat again?
Yeah.
Remember, I remember hearing it, and I can remember hearing it, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, you can put your back. That was the beat, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right?
Okay, so there's two things I want to do. Right? So there's that one. I remember when I recorded that, like I found like a loop. It was like pretty old loop, and obviously my recording skills were absolute shit, but
better than anyone else at the time.
Nobody else could compete at that time.
Yeah.
So it was fucking like legit. Like this is awesome. And remember in my old place in the garage that we kind of, it was a carport we turned into a garage.
Yeah.
Had speakers up on
up
high on the walls there. And I cranked her up for you, right?
Yeah.
Just
it was awesome. Yeah.
Like just the harmonics and everything. Yeah. And fucking like the look on your face, man, you were just like, what?
Yeah.
Fucking, you took your hat off, and you were just like, what is this?
Oh, it's crazy.
You were just like blown away by it. And your reaction was like I didn't expect that at all. Yeah.
No. Well, I didn't expect especially at that age and that time. Never heard anybody really, I mean, other than, you record on your computer and do some guitars and stuff, but never heard anybody like put together a track like that. That wasn't easy at the time.
Yeah, it was
right.
Kind of almost complete in a way. It just didn't have vocals in it right at the time.
Yeah, at the time, like to be, we're in a band, right? So to be like kind of just a part, like, should we record a song? That's weird. Well, I didn't do anything, but that's what I supported it. But it was cool though, right? And then,
but yeah. Anyway, what I wanted to say though too is, I totally want to recreate this, and I've tried to do it like years ago.
Yep.
And it didn't have the same feel to it, right?
Yeah.
So with obviously I don't have those multi-tracks anymore, but with AI technology,
Yeah.
I can strip some of those elements out of it,
Yeah.
like the beat, right? Because that's it. Like it's got to have that same beat, right?
I argue you could find a better beat.
Maybe, yeah. I'm a little lazy.
You'll spend all day stripping it apart, though, right?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. So I obviously when you sent me that track again, I got the gears turning, listen to something.
I just stumbled
because I'm so much better at recording. Like I can make it sound sweet.
Well, I'm bragging. I didn't do anything, but it was like, it was sending me stuff, right? And I remember, like when you did that Rickman with the bodies, and they all hit the floor, yeah. And like I've showed people that, they're like, "Is that the real song?" I mean, Rickman was a phenomenal singer, right? Like he could rip some stuff out, so it sounded like the tune. And then we did those Metallica ones, and that was a lot of fun. Like I don't play bass often anymore, and that was really fun just to, still do that shit. Like, and it's, hey, times, this adult life is so awesome. He's getting licensed next year.
18.
Yeah.
And he's off to college next year.
College.
Yeah. No doubt.
Around here?
London. Yeah.
London.
Electrical engineering, potentially.
Good for him.
He got accepted into it, but that was the second choice.
Okay.
But he wants to, I think he wants to follow my footsteps a little bit.
Yeah.
In HVAC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Either way, you pick a direction and you'll start going there, and who knows what it'll offer him in the long run, right? Pick a direction to begin with, and
but as I get older,
maybe he'll be kicking you out of your office one day.
Well, it's you get some more time, I think, a little bit. I may not have all that time right now, but I'm starting to think of it.
This is what I mean. Talk to different people and watch people. Just to have a new hobby, just like that doesn't involve jumping off a stage or something like that. I never did that, but I thought about it. But yeah, those were some cool times playing Finger 11 with Nick and Joe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was
good times.
Made for some interesting times. And it was fun though. Just
we got to go back a little bit in time again. We're jumping
we're a little far ahead.
15, 20 years. I think you're kind of bouncing around. So the talent show. Yeah.
Oh, the talent show. Yeah, because I found that track.
That was it was amazing. I mean, we worked really hard to put a band together.
Yeah.
And
nobody wanted to play Metallica.
Nobody wanted to play Metallica.
That was because the bands that we did play in, and I was speaking for myself, it was punk stuff and new stuff. And I mean, hanging out with the guys that we hung out with, Byron got me into Metallica in a big way. And it's like, I liked Metallica and all those bands, Terror, Megadeth, Death, that's what I listened to. And then expanded from there. But I mean, everyone else was listening to what was kind of hot, right? I think stuff like that, like Weezer, Blink-182, and Biscuit came on the scene, stuff like that. Cool stuff, whatever. It's not stuff that I listened to at the time, though. So, when we're trying to play Metallica, I was like, couldn't find anyone else that wanted to play Metallica.
And even now, I barely play Metallica, hardly ever.
Never, no.
It gets old quick. But the thing is, the music is ingrained in me.
Yeah.
And back then, it was about it was just so complex.
Yeah.
And challenging to play.
Yeah.
It was what drew me to it. Yeah. It was just how complex and how intelligent the music was.
Well, geez, I just love to see the comments just rock about debating Metallica right now. Which something else I want to bring up after. But it's kind of, at the time, that was really hard to get anybody interested in Metallica. So I remember sitting in your basement and we hammered out these parts and put together this 14-minute melody of Metallica. And obviously, I was more of a bass guy, so I was leaning on you for some guitar stuff, but we pulled it out, and I remember the amp I'm having to use that day, I despised.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Because you refused. You had your Fender stack.
Yep.
And you refused to use anything but. And I'm like, whatever. I mean, whatever amp I had at home was probably nothing.
We didn't know good tone.
No. We were just learning to play. What does sound? But I mean,
get up there and fucking show everybody how cool we were.
Kind of, right? So awesome. I'll leave your comments and likes under that. So But I remember the stack because one of the other bands that was playing there, another high school band, like he had a Marshall stack. I'm like, cool. But whatever songs he was playing did not, and I didn't want to mess with the settings, right? Like he's got his amp set up, didn't sound like Metallica. It just sounded very more bluesy, had a bluesier.
Do you remember what kind of amp it was?
It was a Marshall stack.
It was a Marshall stack.
It was a Marshall 12.4. I couldn't tell you. JD 1000.
Definitely not a JCM 800.
Wasn't a JCM 800. No, that's probably exactly what it was. I don't remember what it was. But it was.
You're right. And listening to that track,
yeah.
Again, I'm like, yeah, it's totally not.
It didn't. Our guitars, like I would be playing. You could hear my solos like very bluesy, and if I was playing blues, it would have sounded great. But then you came in with like that Metallica crunch, so it's like, oh, it just didn't blend. But the parts worked though, like the clean tones were great. I remember, just playing. It was cool, and it's in a weird time, like at that age, especially. I always say, in high school, like high school is an awkward time, and I don't know about you. I'll say this for me, like music was my football.
Yep, same.
Right?
Absolutely.
I didn't play football.
Yeah, you're right.
I wasn't cool because I played football. I think music was something that helped us be just a little less awkward, and maybe sometimes a little more awkward. I don't know, but it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly got the the gift of gab for sure.
Where'd you hear that from?
But for me, I was shy, very shy,
Yeah.
and for me to express myself, it was through music.
Absolutely.
And for people to recognize who I was, or what I did musically, was awesome. Like, it changed me.
Yeah, because all of a sudden you have I think no matter which way you cut it, you're always looking to be accepted in some sort of group or something, right? So now all of a sudden, you start hanging out. Like I just remember all the guys in high school that played music that, you just had a weird relationship, even if we weren't friends with them really, but there was a weird, camaraderie in a way, and then years later, I mean, I've started playing acoustic stuff and stuff like that, and none of it Metallica. But again, some of the guys that I used to know that played in high school, it's like there's still kind of a connection in that sense. Anyways, hey, remember that, and it's cool. It's like but that's
definitely helped me get through high school for sure.
Yeah,
I felt like I was kind of a bit of a no one really until I got to high school and I became something. Right?
Yeah,
and then I remember after doing that 14-minute set, which looking back was like very long. I hope people weren't bored out of their fucking minds. But
I heard a little cheer at the end of the tape.
We got a good cheer, and a lot of people were really happy with it. And afterwards, a lot of people come up.
Yeah, yeah,
girls included, right? Like wanted to get to know me, and so that was.
When the hell did you get crazy? Nobody talked to me. I went home.
There's the blonde spiky hair.
Was that it? My frosted tips at the time?
My frosted tips.
They're coming back, I heard. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, mine's not coming back.
You should get frosted tips. Look great. Beard? Yeah, sure. Do something. You do a Dimebag beard, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, and that's what everybody's looking at in high school, right? Just trying to fit in or, trying to get ahead somewhere. But, and that, that worked for us. And that's where it really, started even, like concerts and stuff like that,
I remember Metallica, Skydome,
Summer Sanitarium.
It was amazing.
That was awesome. We missed, and I really, I knew Mudvayne at the time, but I didn't know, I've never really listened to them much other than to just hear them. And, years later, it's like, I love these guys are awesome. And that's the band we missed going in. Because remember, we were late and getting patted down and,
Deftones, I think we're just finishing their set.
Yeah.
I missed them.
Yeah. And that first day we got in there and chugged a couple drinks. It was hot as all get out there.
I was just drenched.
Yeah.
Sweat.
Yeah.
Crowd surfing.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
It was
Chester Bennington, like pointing at me.
Yeah. I know Durst came right up because there was Limp Bizkit there. Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, Metallica, and then Deftones and Mudvayne, right?
Yeah.
That was a huge concert.
Fucking right.
I talked to so many people from here that were at that concert too.
Yeah.
Like a ton of people. I was there. was like, that was just a monster concert.
And it was like $100 or something like that for a ticket then. Like the show like that is like fucking $400.
Did you price out at all the new Metallica tickets coming up in, what is it, April?
No.
My cousin Josh, we'll go concerts together here and there. Called me, you want to go? I'm like, I don't know yet. He priced them out. And I believe it was $500 for both days, because it was 2 days.
Okay. Yeah.
Or $500 per day. I don't remember, but it was an exorbitant amount of money. And like in my mind, you'd stay there for the night.
Yeah, of course.
So what's a hotel costing? And what are the hotels charging now? I mean, that's going to be a $1,500 plus night concert. So a lot different than when we were younger. And because I'd have to really want to go.
Yeah.
I've seen a Metallica a lot of times.
Tried. I mean, I want to take the kids to a big
Sure.
concert, right?
Sure.
I mean, probably 4 of us going. It's ridiculous. It's like a mini vacation.
You guys swap out at like halftime or something?
Yeah.
And go switch tickets. Yeah, it's some of the best shows recently. Like, and when I say recently, I guess it'd still be 5 years ago was probably one of the more recent ones. Like we go to the London Music Hall for a couple concerts, and price effective for the most part, intimate. Like you are right there. We went and seen both of my cousins, Melissa and Josh. We'll do concerts too, and it was Anthrax, Killswitch Engage, and I always forget the band that opened, but I remember the bass player was insane. Like he was just up and down. Anyways, but Killswitch, like Adam, the guitar player, right? He's at the bar right there getting a drink while we were standing there. I was like, hey, I know you. You were on The Price is Right. It was, and he was on The Price is Right, right? I played in a band too. Like, cool. Let me know when you're playing.
Yeah. So how was the Price is Right?
Right. Did you win?
Bob Barker.
Yeah.
Is it cool?
I wish it was Drew Carey. Everyone wishes it was Bob Barker.
Of course.
No, that's true. But but he it was awesome. And like when they played, and like when they like Killswitch, like just as they start out with like Rosa Sharon, which is a song that just starts hard right away.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have a choice, but you're close to that pit one way or another, right? But I mean, it was just awesome. And now, like, to go see your favorite band is like a credit card deal. Like, we'll be paying for that for the next little while. But what a time! I mean, I feel like our parents are like, oh, back in the day, my dad used to tell me like he'd go see bands at the Belgian Hall. Delhi was big for that, right? And he'd go see Crowbar for $5 for, quarter pictures. And turns out when he said the band Crowbar, we were thinking of different bands. It wasn't the one that I knew.
No,
it's just like a metal Crowbar band.
Yeah.
But there's a Crowbar.
But there's a different.
Yeah, like back in that, I think I'm pretty sure they're the ones that like, what a feeling.
What?
Rush. No, maybe that was Rush. No, it's Crowbar. So, but I'm like, you went and see Crowbar?
Man, everybody must have been pretty young.
Man. I mean, those kids would have been prodigies. So that's awesome. But I mean, that's what I feel like now. Like we're looking at concerts today, and look at the concerts we went to. You go to a concert whenever you wanted. Almost. If you had a friend that would drive.
Yep.
And hitchhike.
Didn't cost an arm and a leg, yeah.
Hitchhike didn't seem scary, but
honestly, I think it's the digital streaming that's
sure it is.
Made it more expensive.
Sure it is.
Right? That's how they're getting their money now.
Yeah.
Right? Not record sales.
No.
So of course they got to get their money somewhere, right?
Lars tried to tell you guys. He tried to tell you.
Yeah.
And it's always sucks. Napster bad.
Well,
God. Napster was, yeah.
That was cool. I remember like talking about it in school. Like you get fucking music for free.
As much as I'm bitching about it, I single-handedly helped take down the music. I mean, there's none of it on my computer today. I have no proof. But Ulrich, I was going on. There's like, why do people hate Ulrich so much? And like Napster's the thing. He's like, he was an awesome drummer until he brought up Napster.
Yeah.
He's not an awesome drummer now.
He's actually really not that good of a drummer.
No, he's really not. But that's what it bugs me, because like everything I know about drumming is because I listen to so much Metallica. And then I found out like I'm actually not a good drummer either. No. But there's there's all sorts of drums you can hit, and it'll work out. Maybe do them in the right order. But but it is funny because like what's incredible to me, Lars this is interesting to me. He's kind of an example of he did have a very big drive and he had a dream.
Sure, he's a businessman.
He's a businessman more than he's anything.
You respect him for that.
Absolutely. Like he's like, I'll play the drums and we'll do this and da-da-da-da-da. And he admittedly doesn't practice playing drums. He's said that in several interviews, and it shows. You know. But what's crazy to me is like growing up until the early 90s, Metallica was king of the road in the metal scene, right? And you're listening to stuff like Kill 'Em All, like Hit the Lights, Four Horsemen, like double kick drums like crazy, Ride the Lightning, like all those sorts of double bass, and then you know,
like thrash metal.
Thrash metal, like Master of Puppets is the biggest thrash metal song of all time, right? Fast forward today, everyone's like, Lars sucks. They wrote some of the best thrash metal songs. So to see him to where he is today, like, is it age? Is it just he's good now? Like,
I think
the drive isn't there. I don't know.
It was Load, I think, when it really
Yeah.
started to change. Not for the worse or anything. I actually really enjoyed the music.
I like Load and Reload a lot.
It's highly commercialized, right?
Yeah.
But like, I think a lot of bands, like after that, really took that sound and like, you know, I'm going to bring up the bad word of,
don't do it,
Nickelback.
Nickelback. So
Nickelback reminds me a little bit of like Load drumming, like the sound,
yes,
the deep, like subwoofer sound, kick, right?
Yes. Like I like Load and Reload. Out of anything recently, I listened to Load all the way through 3 weeks ago.
Not listening to it.
Not making that up. I just it's an easy. I don't have to be in a mood to listen to it. Like if I'm going to listen to Puppets or Justice for All or something like that, I got to be in a mood. I got to be ready to rock at something or whatever, you know, or trying to pump myself up or something. Load is just like it's like listening to oh my god, I don't know if Metallica's going to sue us for this, but it's like listening to a Nickelback album. It's just easy to listen to, right? So it's but that I mean, isn't that the goal? I guess if you're a musician,
used to be.
I know. I want to see like, right? I feel like my laptop's is going to spontaneously combust here, but
Nickelback's good.
Nickelback's awesome. And we were having this. I don't mean to out you, but we had this conversation not too long ago about actually liking Nickelback. That they're actually a good band. They're actually a good band. Jealous. I mean, I got to tell you, most of anybody that I know, I don't think I could pay them enough money to come see Nickelback with me. But they're a solid band. Like maybe don't like their tunes. I get maybe people get upset that they get off on, you know, maybe writing too party of tunes like, you know, I like to see you on your knees or whatever. Did I make that song up? I like your pants around. Am I going the right way?
Yeah.
I thought I liked Nickelback better than this. I don't remember. But anyways, they get into like just the ultra, like, you know, little sleazy.
Yeah.
And some people will say like they lean on that.
Total cougar.
Yeah.
Bar band. It's got that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of the, you know, if I'm in a party mood, these are party songs, right? But
they fucking slap, man. They hit hard.
They do.
These songs. They're tight. Production value in it is top notch.
And I think when you, I guess I can't lump everybody together, like who plays in a band, but it's like, you know, playing in a band, like, you know, we've done recording with other people and stuff too. And, you know, learning other people's takes on, it's like, when you listen to a band like them, like they are tight when they play. And that's like 90% of the band right there. It's like, we could write a good song, but if it's not tight, it's nothing. And they are tight. And when you see them live, I watch a lot of live music videos and stuff on that. And you see Nickelback on there. They sound really close to what that song was intended to sound like.
I've never seen them live.
I'm just YouTubing. But I mean, who knows? Maybe that's doctored a little bit, but better than a lot of other ones I've seen online. You know, like a lot of bands don't always sound the way they sounded on, and for whatever reason, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just Pro Tools has made it easy for people to, you know, splice and cut and edit and, make it sound perfect. And you have to put all the time into getting it sound amazing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And that's, you go back to the 60s, like recording, like, when they would record like the Beatles, like they're in a room and you can literally pan your stereo and hear where the guys were actually standing in the room.
Off a song.
Did you really?
Got some song here.
Yeah. Nice.
I got some royalties.
There's a quarter? What did you buy?
Won't remember.
Is it still in the bank?
Went in my bank.
It's in the bank.
It's been forgotten about.
That quarter.
Yeah. Paid my rent. See, what was I saying again? Not being a professional.
Not being a professional, and we're talking about the Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles. Okay, so, like, I've come, like, obviously I've learned how to make it sound like a Nickelback record or, a Metallica record. Like, I've learned how to make it sound nice and polished.
Yeah.
I've done it in multi-tracks, individually, and close mic'd, and artificial reverb room sound. It can sound great, but there's nothing like that, like a Beatles record where it was like, 3 or 4 friggin' microphones in the room, right? And they just all jam together. You can't recreate that.
No, you can't.
And there's
going to be mistakes in there that you'll never recreate. But actually, they fit that's how the song sounds.
Yeah.
And that's how everybody knows it.
It's the vibe, though.
Yeah.
Right? You can't recreate that vibe.
No, but I mean, just going back to that, I mean, like, and I'll say, like, bands that we've played in over the years, like we played live. We didn't really, I mean, we played with recording, but we played live. You played at parties and you played at shows, and that's all you did was play together and practice together and play together. And then you go back when you record that way, like, how important was band drama? Like, you had to get along. Like, there had to be a vibe in there. There had to be a thing there because you're creating art here right now. So, I mean, maybe one person being in a sour mood maybe adds to it. I don't know. But now today, like, how often do people, bands today, like, they come in and record their tracks?
They're like session musicians.
That's, I look at, I mean, I don't know this for sure. I'm just kind of pointing it out there. I look at like something like Five Finger Death Punch. You got Ivan, the singer. Yeah. Everyone else comes and goes other than the main guitar player there. Doesn't matter. But like, Jason Hooks, who was the guitar player when I kind of came in, like, he was a guitar player for Alice Cooper and for one of the Disney girls. I forget which one. But he was, she had a band and he was one of the good guitar player. And, you see him recording his tracks, and the drummers, they've switched out different times. And it's all to a means of just, in my opinion, feeding the band name.
Right.
Not feeding the band.
Well, it's to make the label money. That's what it's about.
Yeah. At the end of it, that's what it is.
Yeah, we're here to collect.
Yeah. You got a contract. I don't care who's playing the songs, play the songs. Yeah. And that's the reality, isn't it? Yeah. Like, that's, that feeling. And I mean, geez, years ago, can't paint everybody, but I think when you see a good band, I think you see a brotherhood or a sisterhood or whatever you see,
I think if you gotta, if the band is tight, friends, they get along with each other.
Yeah.
They're going to be tight and they're going to have vibe, right?
Yeah.
Put them in a room in a recording studio and record them, and I guarantee you it's going
to happen.
It's going to This decent written song, though, but
yeah, sure.
You can't beat that.
No, you really can't.
Honestly, nowadays, like, I think people are starting to, recording engineers are starting to come back to that, like, things are getting sterile and boring and repetitive, and how do we change this up? And again, when I talked about, like, things that come circle, this is coming for full circle as well.
History comes around. I see it in our industry, even well, let's just call it the customer service industry. There's a part of, people are tired of talking to a robot on a phone, right? They're tired of, I know AI is doing some crazy stuff, like some really crazy stuff, but like, I really want to have a connection with somebody when I call them if I have a problem or something, right? And I think just in general, society's like, let's get back to, can we be people again? And especially when you talk about music and art to that level, like, because there's a spark in there that you can't capture digitally. You just can't. And, when you have that, over the years and you play with people that you just have a good vibe with,
going back again to the talent show and listening to us, just guitars.
Yes.
There's no beat. No. There's no bass. There's nothing grounding the music.
Let's not beat up the bass too much though, but
we'll try to. So anyways, technically we were tight.
Yeah.
Like, we like legit, we were tight and we weren't even looking at each other.
Nope. I was staring at my guitar the whole time.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Like we crowd cheered a little bit. Everyone liked it. Now, obviously everyone respected it, because apparently all these girls talked to you. I didn't see them, but they didn't talk to me is what I'm saying. But like, for showmanship, sat there staring at the guitars, right?
Yeah.
But literally, you're right. We sat there. I mean, obviously, we knew these songs like the back of our hands from listening to them, and practicing our parts. We practiced it for I don't remember how long.
That's all I did.
Yeah, and just the tap of a toe,
right? And there was a lot of changes.
Yeah,
right.
I think at the time though, there's a little bit of, and you say this about other people you played with in the past too. Like at some level, there's like, I'd call it a trust.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just trust what each other's doing, and it really is just fun, and you trust what the other person's doing, and you just keep rocking and rolling. And it's when you have, I'm sure there's bands out there that if one of the guys in the band is a hired gun, he's getting Jason Newsteaded, right? Like he's just getting hazed. He'll never belong in that band, even though, I mean, the way we grew up with them, I mean, they, Black Album, Load, Reload, like that was Jason.
Mm-hmm.
And he was my bass guy. I mean, Cliff, what I learned about Cliff, obviously, what a force to be reckoned with as far as a bass player.
Well, you think Jason is Metallica, and then you realize
there was this other guy.
That was like,
he was a monster, right? And thank God for it. Like he birthed Metallica and it got to be what it is. But then, just when we went to concerts, it was Jason, right? But like he just never, in a weird way, when you watch old videos and that, maybe it's because the history now and the outcome of that. But like he didn't. They tried to make him fit in, and they also tried not to make him fit in, right? And
turn him down on
Justice, bro. Oh, there's bass in that album, is there?
It's there. So they say. I think they just took the EQ and turned the bass up.
Some say the bass didn't even have strings.
He really thought he was playing the bass guitar.
Here's your audition. Boy, was he loaded. Justice for all, except for Jason. That's fun though. Like that's I don't know. I like the I think even over the years, I mean, we've had the opportunity to kind of jam and record stuff in some sections of time. But you've just been keeping going on it.
I can't quit, man. It's just, I'm addicted.
I think I got worse. Like I learned how to play acoustic and I sung some stuff, but like,
no, you got better. Yeah,
I don't know.
I've heard your stuff and the singing too. Yeah, you've definitely gotten really good at singing.
Yeah, I got an operation. They put an auto tune in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much that cost you?
What's that?
What did that run you?
I don't know.
We'll get the same thing.
I met the guy at a bar. $100.
Yeah.
Which one? What? You just can't stop though. But but no, like you just kind of kept like, because I know like, and I just recently, we talked about stuff with some other guys that you recorded and done all that stuff. But like you just kind of kept going with the whole thing. Like you were always into buying gear and buying VSTs and
yeah, right.
Oh, that's just a term I remember.
My goal, honestly, goal in life. First of all, I hope my hearing is still like there when I retire.
Yeah,
but I want to run a recording studio. Yeah, awesome. But I got to be good at it, and I got to practice, and I should learn, and I got to keep going.
Sure.
So,
I mean, arguably at this point, I would say that there's not much better you could get at until you start doing stuff.
Yeah,
like it's not like you don't have it figured out. It's just a matter of, I think you need to get into situations you haven't been in before.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I
know a guy who's not like
musicians. Records.
Yeah. Well, you do. Like, just but isn't that the fun part? The challenge of like, you run into like, I've never recorded a violin before. Like, you okay, put the mic just above here. I was like, does that work on a violin? I mean, I'm sure you can Google it, but
harmonica. I learned how to play harmonica and mic harmonica.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of Blues Travelers.
Yeah. I mean, I only picked it up just to learn one song that I could sing.
Was it Neil Young?
Yes, it was. Totally.
Which, by the way, I want to know what all this stuff is under here.
Oh, this stuff.
I can't show you. That's top secret.
That's my feet.
Let's see. Are we back on Feet Fire?
Well, this is all my gear. That's a looper pedal, and I've got my acoustic guitar plugged into this Fender Master.
Yep.
Right. So it's like a little mini computer, but like a stomp pedal. So I can.
It's crazy. So like
different amps and stomp pedals and reverbs and delays and whatnot.
Yeah, it looks like a massive multi-pedal because like a lot of multi-pedals you can pick cabinets and stuff like
IRs on here too, right?
What's that?
Impulse responses.
What's that? What's an impulse response?
That is
I've had one at a doctor's before.
It's a like wave file.
Okay.
Excuse me. Mimics a cabinet, a speaker cabinet, right? So you can have different speaker cabinets, but also emulates the
pulse of the speaker,
the distance of the microphone, and it's really the secret sauce to a good sound.
I've seen some Boss pedals. Like I've got one of those XR1s or whatever, and it's just it's you still need a cabinet to run it through. Like you can simulate a cabinet, like it'll change the tone,
right? Yep.
But you like with that one, anyways. It'll
be an impulse response built into it.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I still feel like you need the speaker though from it, but like with that one because it's just still. Now, mind you, I haven't messed with it much because I got it for acoustic purposes because I wanted to kind of get a multi thing to run some compression and some of its own chorus or reverb. So I wasn't always using the total mix in here. With acoustic, it kind of flattened it out a little bit. It didn't. I mean, I got it to a point, but I'm not.
Acoustic, you're plugging the acoustic in. Right?
Yeah.
So it's the pickup that really matters the most.
That's right. Yeah.
You get a good pickup, and it'll sound nice.
Yeah.
Through the board.
Yeah.
Have a bad pickup, it'll sound sterile and flat and lifeless. Yeah.
Like I've got a really good understanding just from guys like you that I've played with over the years, but admittedly, like I suck at if I can't plug it in and just EQ it a little bit.
Well, you know what?
I'm not going far.
To be fair, like I like tinkering, but I'm also like I don't have a lot of time to spend on this stuff and tinkering and all this stuff. So I like it to be quick and easy, right? Hence why I invest in gear that makes it quick.
Makes it easy.
Yeah. This is a really good piece.
Like this thing, I've never
literally just picking it up, plug it in, and away you go, and it sounds friggin' amazing.
Like I've never even seen this before.
It's fairly new.
Is it? I was like, God, you guys should be so jealous. See this right now. See. We'll post a link. Is there an affiliate link for this thing? Yeah. Oh no, we're not live. We can edit it. Yeah, we can. What I'm thinking is there's got to be an affiliate link that if they click on this link to buy that, then you can get paid for it.
Boom.
Oh. Mic drop. Hold on, I have to take this in first. Anyways, you got something lined up here?
Yeah.
You said you wanted to play something. I want to hear it.
I do. I'm going to play some guitar. I've got some backing tracks that I recorded myself in my studio.
Yeah.
It's a full band and an orchestra as well.
An orchestra?
Oh, yes. I put a lot of time into it.
Did you name your orchestra?
Not yet.
No.
You got a good name?
Something to stew on. Orchestra. It's like, usually it's named after a city, isn't it?
Luxembourg Orchestra sounds pretty.
Ligatures.
That's a mouthful. We'll figure it out.
Anyways, man, I don't know. Is there anything else you got on your mind or save for next time?
Good stuff today. Yeah.
I think we solved a lot of problems. Yeah.
Good old days.
I'm pretty sure we'll get a letter from Metallica once they reach this pinnacle of success after this podcast is aired. We've given it
a certified band.
We've helped some small town boys, get their band together. Hopefully they'll take off. Perhaps. Anyways, it's been awesome to chat with you, man. It's awesome to hang out and play some few tunes and beautiful. All right, this is Brian
signing out.
Yep.